Everyone, we're the Bearded Bastards from Village Man, bringing you session 32 of our Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition game, The Ancient Reborn. I'm your DM, JVD.
Hey guys, I'm Evan the Great from the Villains Demand, part of the Bearded Bastards crew. I'm playing Luda Silverstream, the Elven Bard, Paladin of Bahamut, and Harper Agent. And this morning it's not been nice.
Hey, I'm the Bearded Wonder with the Villains Demand, and I play Vesper North, the Moon Elf Rogue / Warlock of Cloth.
I'm Smiley, and I'm playing the Ghost of Orrid Warhammer.
Hey,
That's why it's not
why
been
don't
nice.
you go ahead and give us that sad recap?
Orrid died. That's all that matters.
Is that all that matters?
How did he die?
Because there's two people across the table from you that live due to your sacrifice.
To the player.
That's true.
Last, we were going through the maze. I've said this several times, I hate mazes in D&D because they're never just a maze. But we found a room full of armors. When we killed them, they duplicated. After some cajoling and thought processing, Orrid decided to blow them all up. He made a chance for everyone to escape, where he valiantly gave his life and tried to get Rupert out as well, which did not work.
So, on Luda, Vesper, on Arvustier, as you guys are running desperately through hedgerow after hedgerow, left and right, dead ends, trying to get toward, you see the explosion of his fireball. You hear the mournful mechanical cries of Rupert, and you're looking desperately. You can't find him. You can't get to him. You yell, shout, and just off in the echoes, all you hear is this mournful roar of Rupert. You've been searching for him for 2 hours, just screaming at the top of your lungs, trying to find him. You can't.
Probably will do so into exhaustion.
What about you, Vesper?
How long has it been since we've rested last?
You had rested for 4 hours
Yeah.
after you found the Dow that almost completely killed you.
Yeah.
And then you, and that was right before this.
Or fuck that out up.
So we're not that tired.
Well, yeah, no, actually that was hours ago. So, see, after that is when you had the Hunter Prey puzzle.
Yeah.
And really, no, I don't think anybody was really beat down after that. Orrid fought, then Luda fought.
Yeah.
So, you shouldn't be that tired unless you were beat down physically from this fight, which you guys were in a massive melee.
Well, Orrid did blow everybody up.
Yeah, but you know how many of them you killed to make 16 of them? Yeah.
13.
So,
I have
yeah, well,
55.
by the end, yeah, 32. You're really right.
I got 55 hit points right now.
I'm going to stop you guys from taking a break. I mean, it's your call.
I'll probably go looking for him until exhaustion. Because I ain't gonna be able to get in there, so then I would have to rest at that point.
I mean, and you even backtracked immediately because you ran out, made a right, ran down, made a left, backtracked right, and then left, and the area you were at was gone.
So,
I mean, probably after about 4 or 5 hours. I'll probably stop you.
Okay, so you keep looking, shouting, screaming at the top of your lungs. Like I said, all you can hear is the cries of Rupert somewhere lost in this maze. And eventually, you end back at the sundial. Now, I have taken the liberty to draw all the sundials you've come across. With the last one.
I finally found out what it is. It says AC/DC.
Yeah. And that's what the horrible joke you made last time. But it is the same thing. The orange lines are shadowed and the sundial completely spins in circles.
It also says effed.
Yeah, we already went over that one too.
Alright, this is probably a place maybe we should rest. Maybe or the bear will find us here.
It seems like every path leads back here, so I think that's a good idea.
So you're gonna take your reverie,
Yeah.
or you're just gonna rest for like an hour?
I would say the short rest, so we can get our hit points back at least.
I mean, I only need 4 hours. You only need 4 hours.
Or Lucier doesn't though.
Robustier needs 8.
8. And she's only had 4.
Yeah, lousy humans. I don't know. She's probably pretty tired.
Yeah. And you guys, she only got 4 hours of sleep, and you guys have been running around for, you said 4 to 5 hours. We'll say high as 5. Yeah. So
Plus the massive combat that we
Yeah.
had, swinging swords.
you've been running around screaming at the top of your lungs.
We probably need to take a full rest.
I mean, it's approaching dawn. This will be you're on your 3rd day in here. You're approaching, yeah, because this will be the 2nd full day.
Yeah, and ever since we came in here, we've only had short rests,
Mm-hmm.
so we're probably pretty tired.
Yeah, I mean, you're on your 2nd full day in here.
I'll tell you guys to get some sleep. I'll take first watch because we need to rest. We're no good to Orrid if we're exhausted.
So we're doing 2 hours or 4 hours?
You're gonna have to do 8 hours, is what he's trying to tell you.
You go ahead and take 4 hours. I'll let our Roosty sleep. I'll take first watch, and then you get up, and I'll take 4 hours while I'll take first watch. You take second. We'll let our Roosty sleep all 8.
Okay.
All right, so let's just get an idea here of figuring this out, because Revue stays asleep the entire time. So one of you is going to be up for 4 hours, the other one will be up 4 hours.
Right.
So while you're doing that, I'm going to assume that the person who's on watch is also trying to figure this out.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so which way are you guys wanting to go after your 8 hours? I mean, the dial continues to slowly grind in its spot in a circle. And like I said, the orange lines are the lines that are lit up by shadow. By the time you wake up, it's easily probably noon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
So we're saying 8 hours went by?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's after you search for 5 hours.
I say we go down G.
We need to roll our hit dice out.
You still slept off. You've got your full rest. You ain't gotta worry
I
about
forgot it's 8, not 4. I bet.
Those watch too.
I just want to make sure nobody dies.
it.
Yeah.
We're both elves, so we only need 4 hours.
Yeah.
We just meditate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Rue said he slept for 8
Oh, yeah.
hours.
We can sleep, we just don't have to.
All right, so we went
I say G.
A, and then we went AC.
Because I don't think.
The answer
is
is
C.
C. Always goes to C.
So the only one not gone down is just G? No, D and E.
You went down E.
That's what I got.
Remember when you guys went deep in E the other
Yeah, we
day?
went deep in E. We haven't went down G, I don't think.
Oh, this is the way the sundial's pointing, not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, the very first one
Gotcha.
is what it was like when you come in, and then when you solved the second one is the next one. When you solved it, the third one. You solved that one, the fourth one. So now you're on the fifth one. That's what it looks like. All the orange lines are lines that are shadowed. All them passers
So
got
every
shadows
time
down them.
we do a path, a new shadow shows up.
No,
No.
it's when you solve the way
Yeah.
you need to go, you get a new one.
Well, that's what I meant, like every time we do it correctly, a new path, so we went 1, 2, 3, 4 paths are showing up, shadows now.
So let's go down G.
And then it goes from there, hold on, there, and there.
Because if it's been 8 hours and Orrid's not back here at sundial.
Does that work about this? Every few minutes.
Check this out. The shadows they're never side by side.
They sure don't.
One shadow, non-shadow, one shadow. Shadow, non-shadow, non-shadow, yeah, see what I mean? So, the next one we go down, no matter what, if it goes to 5 shadows, 2 of them will be side by side.
Yeah.
How the fuck did I not figure this out already?
I don't think you did.
They're all side by side.
Alright, so you want to go G, you said?
I say G.
I agree.
G thing, baby. Okay, so G.
Yeah.
Smiley, roll me a d6.
Roll a d6.
Yep, high you're on the big map, low you're on the small one. One you're on the small one. You would like to put your 3 characters coming up the small path that Evan's paper is over?
Oh, man.
Yeah, that was familiar.
Mm-hmm.
It looks familiar, but different.
The placid pond, oh, but can't fucking talk. The placid pond fills the center of this open space, a stout pagoda. Right, that is the wrong one I'm reading
I'm
from.
big say, man, this really does
Yeah.
sound familiar.
About ahead, you see a bubbling fountain filling a pathway. Large, bright flowers grow in the hedges on both sides of the fountain, each blossom shimmering in the light. The air smells particularly sweet, but irony, as in the smell of blood.
Are there pearls in the flowers?
Mm-mm.
No.
There's a pearl that hovers above the pond.
Man, every time I do something with these fucking gems, bad shit happens.
These plants attacked us last time.
No, they're a different plant.
I can't say anything.
No, you can't.
What other roosty thing?
Grab it.
By the way, by the time you find this place, it's dusk.
Damn.
Well,
You have heard the pitiful cries of Rupert, lost in this maze, before you found this place.
Okay.
It's fixing Savage pitiful.
Well, man, he can't get out.
That's where you want to get that gem out like
I would
last
say
time?
he just resorted to like just
I know
sort of
bad stuff
statue
happens,
running away at
but
this point.
maybe that's what's
He
making the
made a game
shadow
out of
show up.
it. Whatever occupies him.
Alright, yeah, so I'll mage hand the gem. Well,
Mage
first,
hand the
let
gem.
me investigate this fountain.
Alright,
Before I touch anything, let me investigate.
go for it.
18.
You don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Is the smell, like the blood smell, coming from the fountain?
No, you look inside the fountain and its depths look like they have no bottom.
So like the other one did, kind of
Mhm.
came across. Okay.
Roll me a perception as you're looking inside the well.
You see a kraken.
20.
Down within the well, you've seen something shine. It looks like a pearl. There's a pearl hovering
Hovering.
above this pond as well.
Hmm. Alright, so I want to step back to like here
Alright.
and go ahead and mage hand the pearl on top.
Alright. You cast Mage Hand and you take the pearl, and as you do, you feel resistance. Are you gonna keep the spell going?
Yeah.
As you do, you see that you begin to pull water out of the pool. Time for initiative. Catch, Evan. Put this in the pool.
I knew it. Bad shit always happens when I touch gems.
As the water takes the form of a creature,
Gotta get my phone back out.
Ooh, weird. Or I don't know.
we have initiative already established.
Dream of drown.
Oddly enough, it
You're fixing the drown.
goes first. The water rushes out of this pond. Attacks Vesper.
Of course it is.
Hey man, you're the
I messed with
closest.
it. I don't know.
It's a 10-foot wide thingy. What side are you on? Oh, it's big enough for.
This actually thing engulfs you. You're all close enough for it.
All of
It
it?
just washes in. It's like a giant wave. It rolls towards you, Vesper, and it comes underneath your feet, hitting the other people, you kind of stagger and it rises up. It tries to pull you in its swell.
Do we need to make a save or
Yes, you actually all need to make a strength saving throw.
strength? It had to be strength.
The thing is like
Strength saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, at least I have a bonus in this one. It's not very high.
Well, that's not very good.
Disadvantage?
19.
No, you don't have no disadvantage.
Not 19, 14.
I just straight roll, but
Oh,
it
fuck.
works.
What do you got?
4.
13.
4, 13,
42.
No one's got a 15. You're all sucked up into the swell of this water
First
overall.
light hammer. At this point, he's just fucking with you.
You all take 12 points of bludgeoning damage. You find it hard to breathe because you're in water. You begin to start holding your breath. All right. It is Vesper's turn. Someone in Player's Handbook, look up drowning.
Water gets into your lungs.
Well, I know how drowning works in real life.
Like, I think you hold your breath for a minute.
Yeah, it's so much towards your Constitution save.
Don't need spells.
Okay, so what can we do right now?
Try to escape.
Try to escape.
You're basically floating adrift inside of this thing.
Can we do an athletics check to try to get out?
You need, yes, an escape
Not
DC is what
in
you
the
have to be.
PhD.
An escape?
It may be in the DMG.
So would that be a dex or what?
Oh, it's in there.
It's an athletics or an
I
acrobatics.
think it's on the
Can't use
inside of your
acrobatics?
dungeon master.
It might be, but I'm not seeing it at the moment.
Oh,
I
okay.
said it's one or the other.
Okay, I'll use acrobatics then since I can
Stop shaking.
use acrobatics. 25.
All right, you are free. It is. It's under suffocating.
Okay.
So did I make
You
my
are
statement?
free.
That's all I
Yes,
can do.
you bust through. You've got a movement,
Got a movement.
which you also have bonus actions.
Yeah. No, you know what? Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna disengage and then move back here.
All right.
Put myself in a position to get some hits in before it tries to take me out again. I'm never gonna make that damn strength yet.
Is this water?
It is water.
I don't know if we inherited or anything.
Well, I got spells.
A creature can hold its breath for a number of minutes equal to 1 plus its constitution modifier, minimum 30 seconds.
1
When it
plus.
runs out of breath or is choking, it can survive for a number of rounds equal to its constitution modifier, minimum 1. That's our next turn. It drops to 0 hit points and starts dying.
Luda?
Makes you break out.
What do we got to roll to get out?
An acrobatics or an athletics.
Hopefully I can hit
Yeah,
it.
athletics.
Because my constitution score is 0, which means I
I'll
would drown.
your numbers, by the way.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I have a OCD thing, so-
11 plus 7, 18.
You are out. Getting out. If you're escaping, you break free. You can make a movement. You get out. You're going backwards.
Or is she closer this way? Alicia?
Or she's inside of it. You were all inside of this thing.
Can I reach in and grab her a little bit?
You can try.
Okay.
We'll make opposing strength checks.
See, I don't care what my strength
I have a 23. I rolled a 19.
A 10.
No.
She's trying to be the hero, so.
Or Vustia. Last time she left, I mean,
Is she restrained inside of
Can I
it?
give her a
yeah,
bardic
she's
inspiration?
yeah. You've got to try to break free. That's all. That's the only
Can I
option.
give bardic
you got.
inspiration to her?
Athletics.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I'll give you bardic
21.
inspiration.
That'll get you out, and then you got your movement.
Huh?
Can I get out on this side?
Okay.
Sure.
Give it to her.
She's got a 9.
I'm just gonna move back like 5 feet away from in the back.
Space ourselves out, so.
All right.
Yeah, so it can't bubble us all up at once. So that way we're not all losing the turn.
You guys break free, you start to position yourselves, and everybody make me a perception. Visual. Hey, you don't have to take disadvantage.
I know, right? It's still a straight roll though. 10.
20.
17.
13.
Vesper and Luda, you notice little needles start being shot from the bushes. And you two realize it's coming from inside these flowers. You all manage to deflect them. It's turn. Luda, you're the closest.
Okay.
It's going to
Technically, I'm the tank.
put a swing on you.
Yeah,
I've got a critical.
Bruce is definitely a tank.
Who's the tank? You say you got a critical.
I got a critical and a 17 on you, Luda. I hit you with one
Yeah. What a critical.
for 20 points of damage. Then it moves into your space. And you make me a strength saving throw.
Fuck. 7.
You're engulfed inside of this thing. You take 16 points of damage. You guys run backpedal backwards, and it literally slams into Luda and engulfs her again. Vesper.
Alright, I'm
Rough.
alright. I don't know much about this thing.
The pearl still floats above this small well where this thing come out of. Didn't suck to play a character not be able to say anything.
It fucking absolutely sucks.
Oh, Vesper, you got 10 seconds.
Alright, so this you said the pearl's still floating above the
Mhm.
well.
I just thought about something. You're playing to resurrect a character.
Let me
Just not your guy.
She's a lot
can I if I read
Wait, you held on to the pearl, right?
yeah.
Okay, you have the pearl. Feels much heavier than a pearl.
Feels much heavier than a pearl?
Mm-hmm. Feels like it's solid stone.
Okay. So it feels like solid stone?
Yeah, it's too heavy to be a pearl.
Okay, so if I take this thing on the ground, can I like try to bust it with sword spells?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. That's what I'm gonna do then. Try to break this thing. Maybe it's
Yeah, I think about every time we tried that, it's never worked, and we tried in every room. And one of these times it has to work.
It has to work. Let's see what it
You
is.
just need a 5 to break an item that's small like this.
Well, Blade of 1,000 Cuts give me an extra attack.
Okay. I just need to know. Okay.
Blaster.
Because God forbid you don't do the damage to it, right?
I'm just joking.
Okay, what do you got?
22. I mean 20. Yeah, 22.
Roll me damage.
10.
That's actually what you need to bust it. And it cracks. And it's not, the outside is polished and painted expertly to look like a pearl, but it's just a solid piece of stone.
And nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Luda continues to be inside of this thing, struggling, fighting for her life.
Okay, so I get.
Oh, they were on the guilt and shit.
Yeah, if you got another attack, sure.
Okay.
We
said we got
need
two
to
attacks.
do
Okay.
another room, yes.
We don't have a gem when we're stuck this round.
There's,
Let
Yeah,
me.
shut your mouth.
yeah,
Oh,
I caught myself.
Bottom of the well, but that's I don't know how far that is.
Let me pull out my crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
Pop a shot at this guy.
All right, if you roll a 1, you're going to hit Luda inside there.
Okay. So don't roll a 1.
Oh, I'm going, what?
I'm making a lot of damage.
Roll 1.
Yeah,
Give her damage.
Is this sneak attack?
Yeah.
it has to be.
Does it still hit the elemental though? See, it has to go through the
No, the
elemental.
elemental opens up and it lets it hit it. Hit Luda.
I'm sorry, Luda.
I mean, you are unable to defend yourself inside this.
He rolls high enough, I might die.
Well, there's 12,
Oh, wouldn't that be terrible?
13, 14, 15.
He's not gonna roll high enough. You got plenty of hit
16,
points.
25, 26, 27,
That's what I got.
29, 30.
Oh, you'll fine.
30 points of damage.
Okay. That's half of what I have.
Didn't you get hit points for that?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
got hit
yeah, but
for
this thing's been beating on her.
at least,
Oh.
You
yeah.
gotta think it hit you guys and then it focused on her.
Yeah, but you gotta think also, she doesn't have the best, like.
Yeah, she has the least amount of hit points out of everybody. Best for you taking a movement.
No, I'm gonna stay here.
Luda,
Now I feel bad.
try to break free.
Hit Luda in like the face with a crossbow.
Did Luna lose her eye? Is she missing her left eye like Orrid is?
No.
Oh, fuck.
You just hear Vesper like, sorry.
Orrid is like, oh, yeah, fucking shut
We'll let
me.
you know. She's pretty close to being unconscious. What I need, acrobatics?
Athletics or
You
athletics.
hit more damage.
Yep, athletics or acrobatics, one or the other.
Yeah, one of those things that's on your side now.
What do you got?
Rolled a 2, that's a 13.
You're stuck inside this thing.
Did you
If I shoot again, you're gonna die.
Orvusia.
Attack.
Oh, she's going in axe swinging.
There you go. Axe swinging.
14.
What do you got?
14.
That's actually its target.
Yes. I'm going to have to roll all my attacks, right? 14. Yeah. 13.
So 2 hits.
Hey, finally, somebody's hit this thing.
That is 14, 8,
Oh, shit.
and 8.
14, 8, and 8.
No, 14 and 8. 14 and 8.
So you've got 22 altogether.
Yeah.
What type of weapon? Is that weapon she's using magical?
It's a magical slashing weapon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus 1 battle axe.
So you did 22.
So how does it drowning work, Wago?
You're fine.
So how does it look like when
No,
Orvusia
it's about
hits
your
it?
constitution score, because mine's a
I mean,
0.
she's just literally, but it looks like she's
You
hit her
splashing the
10 minutes.
thing as she
Okay.
hits it.
Does it-
Like she's knocking water out of
Does
it.
it react? To any-
Yeah, because it's about to attack her. Yeah, it's about to react.
I mean, but when she hits it, like, can we tell it's in pain?
You can tell, I mean, it
Like
turns
a
on
bit?
her. No, because it's an elemental.
Okay,
I can't see an elemental showing pain.
Does it make a bubbly, screech, squelching, screech noise?
Yeah.
Sounds
Sounds like a murloc.
Oh, king of the seas.
I was just thinking because it's a giant thing of water. We've never come across this before.
Luda. 12 points of damage as you're inside of this thing. It moves to Orvusia.
Lucia's already against it. I
So,
forgot to move my thingy.
attacks against her. I've got a 22 and a another 23. That's one more higher.
Okay.
10 on the first one and 9 on the second one.
Took 90 points of damage.
Sorry.
Vesper.
That's from me.
Oh, it's not trying to swallow me?
I'm going to firebolt this thing
All right.
because it's water and fire. I don't know.
I think it's a bad
I
idea.
couldn't
Roll a 1.
roll 1, hit Luda. Hey, at least it won't do that much damage though. Well,
You
that's a
motherfucker, you rolled
2.
2.
Yeah, that's a miss. I would try to throw another firebolt. Okay, that's a lot better. 29.
That'll hit.
What's that,
Shoot
D10?
firebolts around.
Can you not do that? They're cantrips.
Am I wrong?
It's an action cast.
Yeah, it's an action to cast.
Yeah, we get 2 attacks, right?
It's
Depends on
an
how.
action.
Depends on what level. Yeah, it's that's an action
Yeah.
cast as a spell.
You get to
The
attack.
spell will give you
action.
multiple attacks with it. It's not like you're using a melee weapon.
Oh,
That your action is to cast the spell.
Yeah, the
The
damage.
spell will give you more attacks with it
I
later.
don't use spells.
Yeah,
that much.
so
Well, Firebolt doesn't give you extra attacks, it gives you extra dies.
Yeah, extra
Yeah.
damage.
No.
Eldritch Blast gives you extra attacks.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You have Eldritch Blast.
overachiever.
Yeah. I do have Eldritch Blast.
Well, see, you should use that next time.
I use
You get 3 attacks with that.
Yeah.
All right, roll your damage.
You need 2 more of those.
Yep. There's 3 of them.
Everybody, D10.
I'm looking at one of them right now, it's purple.
Oh.
20.
Yes. Now, do you have the sword?
Much damage?
Use, don't you?
He did 20.
Oh, never mind.
20.
Not more.
42. Okay, Luda, try to break free.
When it hits, what does it do? Sizzle?
Yeah, sizzle, pops, bubbles,
Okay.
stain.
It lasts a little bit.
18 again.
18 breaks you free.
Okay, I'm gonna get off this side this time.
Alright, and you gotta move action.
Okay. I just want to get attack of opportunity, but I've got to try to get away from it. I'm trying to move back.
I missed. Missed with a 12.
Okay, I'll move back to there.
Alright. Orbustia, this thing has been pounding into you.
You have bark inspiration from a long time ago.
Yeah.
It only lasts for a minute.
I know when we first started fighting this thing. I guess
Yeah,
we-
you
Oh, I didn't hear you, I'm
Yes.
sorry.
This is some weird.
Nat 20?
Hey, Incredible, some weird anime for him. This water
14.
thing's pounding into all these young females.
And 15.
Alright.
I forgot we have an all-female party now.
Well,
so
technically-
bad.
Technically, Orvusti is the youngest.
Yeah.
I'm 70. How are you?
First one does 15
I'm
damage.
an elven
Alright.
race, like 130.
So you're like in your 20s.
Yeah.
The next two do a total
Early
of 22.
20s.
So you do a total of 37, right?
16, 38.
38. That's there. Round up.
And she will position herself to try to keep this thing from moving around her.
Alright, so it's going to kind of stand her ground.
Yeah.
Alright. So he's
she
already
has
trying to
to
kill her
protect
Mustia
Vesper.
off.
I know.
She has to protect Vesper.
Alright, because I forgot to do this last turn. Needle shoot out from these plants. Luda has a 21. Vesper, that is actually a 19. And I've got a 10 on her Bustia.
Can I uncanny dodge?
Yeah, you can. It's just damage. Luda takes 6. Vesper, you take 3, so just round it down to 1. And you can all roll me a Constitution save.
Oh, okay.
Man, I
Wait, me too?
No, I miss you.
I remember this last time, like Paladin.
19.
No, good. It's
like,
DC 20.
20. Yeah.
Hey, you take 2 points of damage. I forgot it's 2d10 damage.
Oh, okay.
So we'd add an extra damage. Luda, you actually take another 10 damage. So you take 16 altogether. I need Constitution saves.
19.
Good.
I don't know what it is, but as a Paladin, I am immune to disease.
Nope, it's poison.
Okay. 10 more,
Get
you
that,
said?
so no win.
I think it's next level, isn't it? Or
How much?
15?
10?
Yeah, you take 16 altogether.
Okay, so 16. Yeah.
So how you feeling?
She's hurting.
She's also the one that can heal though.
You're 8?
Mm-hmm.
Holy fuck.
This thing
She's 8.
slams into Orvustia. I've got a 17. No, that's a 19, my bad. 7 and 12 is a 19.
Sorry number.
And then I've got a 25
That hits.
Man, you're just getting wet.
for boom, 19 on the first one. That would be 10 on the second one. And this thing moves up to engulf you and carries her with it to Vesper and Luda. You need to roll me a strength saving throw. No, just Orvustia.
Oh, I think
Because it's trying to carry her with it.
Oh.
26.
She's fine. It leaves her behind and it moves back
Does
to
she
you
get an attack
guys.
opportunity on it?
No, it's just part of its movement. It's trying to take you with it.
No, I mean like for a movie.
No, it's engulfing. You're inside of it. It's moving
It's like a
through
wave.
Where do you want it at?
with you guys now. Now you guys roll me the save because it's trying to engulf you with it. Strength saving throws.
13.
It's been a bad dice.
What do you got, Luda?
5?
You're both engulfed inside of this thing.
I hate this goddamn elemental.
See how much I was going to heal next time?
13 points of damage to both of you.
Luda is unconscious. Woo! I have my healing dice out, but you came over there.
Well,
Keep it out, I guess.
Vesper, you're inside of this thing. Roll me some insight.
Some insight. 5.
No. It is your turn. You can try to break free.
Yeah, I'll do an acrobatic. 25.
You're out. Big movement.
Yeah, I will disengage and then all the way back here.
To be fair, just move the entire distance last round.
Yeah, I know, but what can I do?
Luda.
Try to pull it out.
Alright, making Luda's death saves back here for her. Orvusia, you're
Look at my
You're getting up to your feet. Roll me an insight. This thing just washed over you.
12.
That's what you need. You look up and you realize you see Vesper bust out and like run towards you, and you see Luda's body just kind of float limply inside this thing.
Yeah, she's gonna run up and try to pull Luda out.
Opposing strength check.
So you can probably do it. I can't. I got a 10.
23.
Boy, you're lucky. I rolled really low. I got 12. Well, you pull her out.
CPR.
Can I attempt that? To try to stabilize her?
I think you have to have heal.
Needles. Luda miss.
Or medicine, I mean, right?
Vesper, that misses you with an 18 because you're 19, and I rolled a 1 on Orvustia.
We have healing potions, don't we?
No.
It's turn.
Orrid had healing potions. He had
did.
3 of them.
Well, Orvustia, I've got a 10 and a 12. This thing's going to try to engulf you as it goes towards Vesper. Roll me a strength.
25.
It rolls right over you and moves.
Can I,
What
since I'm
is the
holding on to
distance-
Luda, can I still hold on to Luda?
Yeah. What is the distance between me and Vesper?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
30. Move it right there. I'm 30. All right. So this thing rushes by you, and Vesper, it cannot get all the way to you. It is also your turn.
Boom, I pop invisible.
And now what?
And
Is it greater invisible?
I don't think he has greater yet. That's gonna attack Lucio and everything.
let's see. Is it taking up this whole space?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it takes up the whole walkway, the whole path.
Okay.
And you do know these needles have been shooting out of these flowers in the hedges.
Right.
I wouldn't say other things we know, but I'm not here. I'm dead.
So yeah, I'll just turn invisible and kind of.
But to be fair, if I was here, I probably would have screwed it up. I didn't
Try
want
to
to do
step
it
back over into like the corner.
It's not a corner, it's a path.
Oh, okay, well.
And it's much like every other path, the vines close
Those
behind
vines,
you.
okay.
Oh, see, I was like, this is going to run back and it's going to pop in the other side.
Like Pac-Man.
So you're just going to try to stay there and hope it doesn't come after you?
Yeah, kinda.
It doesn't see me.
I'm
It doesn't
confused.
see me.
I
It
don't
doesn't
know
see me.
what
I
to
can't
do.
get through. It doesn't see me though.
Elemental water.
Luda, I'm rolling your death saves for you, or Vustia.
Can I attempt to stabilize her?
We have medicine.
You should attack real fast, I'm just saying.
I have a 0 in wisdom.
Ooh, it's not good. Do you have healing potions on you?
I was asking them about that because Orrid had some.
I don't know. Is it on our sheet?
Apparently not.
No.
Yeah.
Orrid has
So-
the potions.
Attack.
15, 16,
That'll hit.
17.
Damn.
I go bullshit on all 3 of those. Target numbers 14, 15, 16,
What
17.
was it? What was it?
It was. She has a +10 to hit.
Yeah. Can I get a D8 off you?
Yeah.
Where'd you drop me at? Right here?
Try to get a good one.
Yeah, you're right there.
5, 7 plus 21, 29.
All right, that's your total damage.
Yep.
This thing,
I missed my gun.
This thing is struggling to keep itself formed as you continue to knock the snot out of it.
She's soloing this son of a bitch, you motherfuckers.
I did it.
You hit Luda.
No, I hit it.
Vesper, I got you the 19 with a needle. Missed Luda, and
So now Luda's dead.
no, I can't even, I'm not going to shoot her. It's not designed to go after
Do I have to
her.
make a concentration?
No,
check?
You're going to have to make me a constitution, yes. And what's her Rousseau's armor class?
19.
Okay, I missed her. She gets her shield up in the nick of time. I wrote it.
18 on, or 18, 19, 20 on the con check.
All right, it's turn. She come at it. It turns around and starts pounding on Orvustia.
I got this.
Those are misses with a 12 and a 14, but it's going to try to engulf her. Roll me the strength check.
22.
All right, it literally kind of lurches forward and backwards with you, and she fights it off.
No touching.
Bad touch.
Vesper,
Alright, so
this thing does not seem to be aware that you're invisible.
I'm gonna sneak up behind it,
At least have advantage.
and I'm going ham on this motherfucker with the blade of 1,000 cuts. 15, what is 15? Auto crit times 3 damage.
So hit it.
Well,
Yeah, hit
you
it
also have
first.
sneak attack.
And it doesn't know I'm there, so I get advantage, right?
How do you get advantage?
Invisibility gives you advantage.
Does it? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
that's
You
what
are
I
invisible.
22.
That'll hit it.
So you roll your damage 3 times.
Do I roll it 3 times or just count it up 3 times?
You're gonna kill it. It's only got 5 hit points.
Oh. Okay.
Dead.
Yeah, it's dead. That'd be shitty if I rolled all ones. It'd still kill it though.
All right, so you drop it and it kind of just splatters on the ground and evaporates, and sand kind of draws the water up.
Then
Luda.
comes out.
Unconscious on the ground.
Go up and I'll bleed you a little bit.
What?
You know, back in the day they bleed people.
That's for like fevers and stuff.
She's to the
See
point
her
that
wisdom.
you can't tell just by looking at her if she's breathing or not.
Do you
Okay.
have heal? I mean, medicine?
Medicine is a 0. Okay, I have no wisdom. I'm gonna try though.
Film gives me a death save, don't it?
Let's go look.
I think if you fell on it and you don't have it, it gives it.
No, it's like a DC 10 to stabilize.
Yeah, but I think you gotta have medicine to
I
use
gotta
it.
roll it to you.
Sure.
Yeah, proficiency is just like gives you.
Stabilize a dying or companion or
Okay.
diagnose a sickness. Let's go back here and look at
your
saving
wisdom?
throw.
0. I have to roll a 10 or higher. Do I get advantage because I saw that movie one time?
No.
There's movies.
Yeah, they're
Are they
They're-
solid pictures?
solid pictures.
They're like
exactly,
they're like
yeah.
images and crystals.
Yeah.
You just hold them up to your head and you watch them.
Like a crystal ball.
Like you put a little lever down and it'll flip it over. You know.
Oh, I used to have one of those ones.
I know, right?
You master. This episode
It was brought to you by Orrid.
All right.
Swinging where it counts.
Roll it. I've already read it, David. You gotta worry about it.
You want me
Roll it.
I'm gonna kill him.
If you roll a 1, you will.
I think your heart should be over here.
Now, I always have 2 hearts, right? So let's have the back up. I'll pull this one out.
Madro.
6.
6.
He's not coming conscious.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna kind of try to keep this in initiative. What are you doing, Orvustia?
I want to help.
She's trying to give her CPR. I mean, trying
Get
to.
out with
I
her.
mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know if I could do the help action to give her advantage or anything, or what that would entail, to be honest.
Well, here's the thing. Neither one of you are proficient in medicine,
Yeah.
correct?
Do I see that thingy in the water?
You were looking there?
Yeah.
There's no water in it.
Is this a thing sitting on the bottom?
I don't know. Roll me perception.
Pretty good.
18, right? Yeah, 18 plus 3, 21.
You see it sitting at the very bottom of this well. If something shines.
About how deep is it?
40 foot.
She has wonderful athletics.
So she gonna try to start climbing down it?
I got 50 feet of rope.
Okay, you're fine. We ain't gonna roll.
Yeah.
Okay, Vesper, what are you doing? Because I'm rolling out these death saves.
Man, I'm trying to bring her back.
And I'm just letting you know right now I've rolled 3, so that should give you an idea of how this is going.
Okay, so can I be like...
So is it 2 negatives or 2 positives?
So it's like on one of those movies, you know, where they're giving them CPR and they like start.
It's
like,
2
hitting them
negatives
harder in the
and
chest,
2
like,
positives.
Go for it.
You either got 1 or a 20. There's 2 negatives and 2.
I rolled 3. We went through
James just killed me.
5 rounds of combat. What do you got?
He rolled fucking 1.
Oh, awesome. You cannot seem to
Yeah.
resuscitate her. Orbustia, you get to the bottom of this well, and there's a fist-sized pearl.
I'm assuming at this point it's the key.
I can see this in the
I
movie.
think so.
The crowd is fucking actually crying right now.
Right.
You start to climb out.
Yeah.
All right, Luda, I hate to do this to you, but I wrote 2 negatives and then I wrote 2 positives. So Vesper cannot resuscitate you on this turn. We're gonna have to roll it out. No pressure.
Use a different dice.
Use a different dice?
Yeah, because that wasn't rolling shit, to be honest.
Okay. Well, they roll pretty good. Ooh.
That's for killing, I'm saying. That dice just has a dead. Yeah, there you go.
There we go, 19.
Finally, Luda packs up water.
I'm just sitting there pounding on
And then she coughs up all this water, her eyes flutter, she looks at you, she passes out.
I get to the top of the hole, this time see.
Wait, just so you know, if Vesper would have saved you, I rolled a 19. So you've been alive.
Okay.
That's what she wrote.
I thought she killed me when she rolled a 1.
Boy, I know, I really thought you were gonna die
For some
there.
reason, I thought when you wrote a 1, when you turned to say somebody who's what to say.
But she's unconscious. No one's got any way to heal her, correct?
No.
She's gonna have to just rest this out.
It takes a long time to
You
get
can't go into a
hit like
reverie
that.
unconscious, so that has to be an actual 8-hour rest.
As you climb out of
Yeah.
the well, Orvusi, you see Vesper finally resuscitate Luda. And she goes right back to being unconscious.
Did you kill her?
I don't think so.
So what are you doing?
I gotta turn my body around.
Hear Orrid's
Can
voice.
you,
The fuck's going on over here?
I'm gonna have to ask you to carry her out because I can't do it. I got 10 strength. Or I can help you. You can help. You can help.
I'm just rolling in combat. You're looking at the wrong person.
No, you can pick her up.
Yeah.
With one hand.
No, you do have 18 in strength. So.
Yeah.
So you pick her up, you got this pearl.
She has pearl now.
Okay.
You got a pearl, you think that pearl is worth 5,000 gold pieces. You guys leave. Roll me perceptions, hearing.
20.
I'm assuming that's what it is.
As you're walking around, it's been about 3 hours and you start to hear the snorting of the mechanical bull again, this Gorgon. And it's off in the distance.
Metagon.
Okay, it's off in the distance.
But yeah, it does not seem to be close.
I'm just calling it the Metagon.
Within 5 hours of leaving this hedgerow and getting this pearl, you show back up at the sundial. It's almost midnight. Orrid, Smiley, I shouldn't call you Orrid. Roll me some percentiles.
At least that way we see words.
Where'd they go? There it is. How many?
Percentiles?
82.
82. Wow. Luda, you've back to your feet. You're extremely weak. Orvusius trying to help you get around as you get back. Because now you've got 4 hit points.
Okay.
Waiting, sleeping on the other side, this sundial is Rupert. And he growls as he hears your approach. You hear this mechanical growl, and you feel that maybe this is a Gorgon coming after you. Turn a corner, and Orrid, not Orrid, he's dead. Rupert is excited to see you?
I'll run up to Rupert, and I know I can't talk to him, but we probably know that he has some kind of intelligence, right? Higher than normal animal.
You see or talk to him like a person.
Okay.
Now, he's not a dumb animal.
Right.
He's not by any means smart.
Right. But he's smarter than.
He's smarter than an animal.
Covered nicks and cuts. You get to looking around on me in perception as you're running up and rubbing his
20.
tarnished and scratched fur. See, on the other side of the sundial is one of them giant rubies, one of them bloodstones from the armor. Rupert had fought his way out, but you can tell it's very hard for this mechanical beast to walk.
Looking.
Yeah, I mean, he's scorched, he's scratched up. I mean, you can tell when he comes, he's limping. You hear the gears and stuff grinding in him, like he's badly injured. You needed a 76 or higher. You needed 25% for Rupert to show up.
I have yet to fail a percentile. I'm just throwing that out there.
I've realized that.
Parsnip with a boulder.
I'll just be like, Orrid didn't make it, did he?
And the bear just kind of leans its head down.